Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1983 postseason is on the air. Tonight, it is Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. The Tigers swept the Yankees out in their series. The White Sox went ahead and took care of business against the Baltimore Orioles in their series. This is going to be a fall classic series here in the ALCS, as now these two teams will face off against each other for the right to play in the World Series. The Detroit Tigers, they did make it to the World Series in my 1961 replay, losing to the Milwaukee Braves in that series. The Chicago White Sox made my World Series in my 1994 payoff pitch restart, but lost that series, actually, to the, I believe, who won that series? Geez, I forgot. That is just so long ago. Actually, no, they won that series against the Montreal Expos. My bad. But tonight now, the Tigers and the White Sox all playing for a chance to get into the 83 World Series. So hopefully we got a good series here. As we all know, Fall Classic is different from Inside Pitch, but both games are pretty exciting, as we'll get right down to it. Davonine GLA is first to join us here at Comiskey Park. So the Tigers and the White Sox. The Tigers knocked off the number 1 overall seed, the New York Yankees. The White Sox knocked off the historical World Series champions of '83, the Baltimore Orioles. So what will happen in this series? Your guess is as good as mine, as Brian B. now joins us here at Comiskey Park. Not an empty seat anywhere in this place. It is time to get to some baseball. Let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, their number 1 starter, Richard Dotson. He has a record of no wins and 1 loss, and he is going to be a B-grade pitcher tonight. So he will get the call for the White Sox here, the number 1 starter for the Pale Hose. Not an empty seat anywhere. A very big rival, usually a big rivalry between Detroit and Chicago. This is one of the bigger rivalries in the American League. So let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He's batting 8 for 18 for the postseason, and he does have a home run. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. White Sox are the home team. Fast action cards are off to my left, as we are set to get this ALCS going. It's been an exciting day, and here watching some good golf, watching Rory McIlroy win the Masters. I actually watched that entire round, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I'm a golf fan. But now it's time for baseball. How will this ALCS go? Let's see what Fall Classic has to say. We'll start with a 31, and that's going to be a range play single to shortstop, and that's going to be a play for Scott Fletcher. Fletcher was excellent. His range is an 18, and he's got it. He'll go ahead and make the play, and that will be a ground out to short, and that's out number 1. Next batter is the shortstop, Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer. Needs Lou Whitaker in there with him. He's also 8 for 18 for the postseason and has a bomb. Dotson will pitch. 62, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Dotson. He had 137 of them in '83. And now we have the left fielder, Larry Herndon. He's batting 5 for 18 for the playoffs. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 62, and he's got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning on the Tigers. Nothing across. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, their number 1 starter, Jack Morris. Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'll give it to him. He is 1-0 for the postseason, and he is an A-grade pitcher for tonight. He pitched a shutout in the wild card playoff against the Rangers. But now let's see what the White Sox do to him. Bottom of the first, leading off for the White Sox. Center fielder Rudy Law. He is 5 for 17 for the playoffs, as Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Comiskey Park. Pitch from Morris, 56, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout from Morris. He had 232 of them that year in 83. Next batter is the catcher, Pudge himself, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Yeah, and one of the best catchers ever. But however, he is really struggling in this postseason. He is only 1 for 17. Morris will pitch. Morris the Cat, 13, and that's going to be an out, a ground out to short. Handled it easily there by Trammell, and he throws it over for out number 2. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. He doesn't belong in there. He is 4 for 17 for the postseason, though. Morris will pitch. Morris, 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's a quick inning. Second strikeout for Morris. And 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. No score after 1. Game 1 of this ALCS. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Tigers is the catcher, Lance Parrish. Parrish is actually the leading hitter overall, really. He's 7 for 16, but he's got 3 home runs. Parrish is bombing it. Dotson will go ahead and pitch to Parrish. Dotson, 25, and that's going to be an out. It's a hard line drive right to right field, and that's going to be caught by Baines for out number 1. Here's the first baseman, Enos Cabell. He's struggling, 2 for 18 for the playoffs. He did have a .311 average in 83. Dotson will deal, and that is a 45, and that's going to be an out. Ground out to third. Played easily by Vanslaw, and over to first it goes, 2 away. Here's the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. Wilson is 6 for 16 for the playoffs. He also has a home run. Tigers, I believe, Tigers have the most home runs of all the teams in the championship series round. Dotson will deal. Dotson, 45. That's going to be an out, a comebacker. Right back to Dotson. He'll take care of that, and he'll toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the White Sox will be their designated hitter, Greg Wheels Luzinski. He is 4 for 13 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Morris, he will pitch. 12, that's an out to fly ball to center field. Easy play for Lemon, and Lemon's got it for the out. Here's the left fielder, Ron Kittle. Kittle is 4 for 15 for the postseason. He has 2 home runs. Morris will deal, and 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout from Morris, 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Greg Walker, who starts against right-handed starters. He's 3 for 7 for the playoffs. Morris will pitch. Morris the Cat. 33, and it's going to be a 7. It's a base hit for Walker. He'll get a single. So Walker keeps the inning going with a hit, and he will get to first. And now here's the third baseman, Vanslaw. He is 5 for 12 for the playoffs. Walker on at first. He will stay. He does get the steal sign, but he's not going anywhere with 2 outs. Morris will pitch. Morris, 63, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Fourth strikeout from Morris, no runs and a hit, no score after 2. Doug Hunt joins us here at Comiskey Park. Dotson is a B-grade pitcher tonight. Morris is an A pitcher. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Tigers is the center fielder, Chet Lemon. Lemon is 3 for 17 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Dotson, he will pitch. 16, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground out to shortstop. Easy play for Fletcher. And Fletcher will toss it over for out number 1. It's an out X, so I usually make that an automatic grounder. Here's the Detroit designated hitter, Kirk Gibson. Gibson is 4 for 15 for the playoffs. He also has a home run. Dotson will deal. 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gibson goes down on strikes. That's the third K for Dotson. For Richard Dotson, for Dotson 280Z. Here's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. Brookins is overachieving so far. He's 6 for 17 for the playoffs. Dotson, he will pitch. 22, and it's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly ball to center field, and Rudy Law will get to that, and he makes the catch and retires a side. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers, and we go to the bottom of the third as Clee Baseball fan joins us here at Comiskey Park. Bottom of the third, leading off for the Pale Hose will be the shortstop, Scott Fletcher. He is 4 for 15 for the postseason. Dotson, as XSG2 now joins us here at Comiskey Park. Yeah, something like that. And yes, Tommy Helms did pass away. I do know that. Morris, 54. That's off the Wild chart. Bases empty, Wild. It's a single to right field. Now roll for error rating for an extra base. Right fielder is Wilson. He didn't make many errors. His error rating is a 3. He won't make an error. Fletcher will be safe at first, but it's a base hit. So a single for Fletcher, as he will get to first on a single. And here's the second baseman, Julio Cruz. He is 3 for 13 for the playoffs. Fletcher on it first. Morris, he will deal. Pitch. 56. That's going to be a called strike 3 on Cruz, and that's an out. Morris is dealing. That's his 5th K. 1 down. Next batter is Law. Law is 0 for 1. David Vega joins us here at Comiskey Park. Morris will pitch to Law. Fletcher on it first. Nobody out. Bottom of the third. Pitch from Morris. 66. That's a 7. And Law is going to go ahead and put the White Sox ahead. That's going to be a triple. Law smacks that one into left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Fletcher will come around. He will score. White Sox up 1-0. RBI triple by Rudy Law to get the White Sox on the board. That will bring in Fletcher. That's the whole squish. RBI triple by Law, and the White Sox have a 1-0 lead. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Comiskey Park. Next batter is Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 1. Infield's going to play in. Law is on third base. 1-0 White Sox, bottom of the third, as Rudy Law smacks a triple. Fisk will go ahead. Morris will pitch. And that's a 63. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big K. And that is the 6th strikeout from Morris, 2 away. Next batter is Baines. Baines is 0 for 1. Law on at third. Morris looking on at Baines. Fans here at Comiskey Park enjoying the match so far. Morris, he will deal. And 36. And that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Easy play for Chet Lemon. And Morris limits the damage. 1 run on 2 hits for the White Sox. 1-0 after 3. Go to the top of the 4th. And top of the order for the Tigers. Here's Lou Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 1. Dotson, he sets up and deals. Dotson, 22, base hit. Lou Whitaker hits that right up the middle, and Whitaker is on base First hit for the Tigers. It'll now bring up Trammell. Whitaker does not have a steal attempt here. He will hold it first. Not really he did have 17 steals, but he didn't get the steal sign. Trammell will bat against Dotson. Nobody out, top of the fourth. Whitaker on it first. Dotson will pitch. And that's a 14, and that's going to be an out. And that is going to be a fly out to center field, and Whitaker will stay at first. That's out number one. Next up is Herndon. Herndon is 0 for 1. Yeah, Rory deserved it. I was rooting for Rory the entire day, and seeing him go break down after he won it was really brought some tears to my eyes. That was a terrific final round of the Masters, and I still say of all the majors in golf, that is the best of the bunch because it's the only major where it's played on one course. All the others rotate. This one is only played on Augusta National. You conquer Augusta National, consider yourself one of the greatest of all time. Whitaker on it first. Dotson will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 35, and that's going to be an out. And let's see. And that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Double play 6-4-3, but a weak arm shortstop only gets fielder's choice. Fletcher is a strong arm. That's going to be a double play 6-4-3, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Tigers as Herndon grounds into the twin killing, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. And yeah, XSG2, and that all that emotion, he's been holding that emotion in him since 2014 when he blew it up in that one, and he almost did it today too, but almost doesn't count here. He's a Masters champion, and he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. The wrench symbol means they're a moderator there, Jimmy Jam. They have the authority to go ahead and kick out any trolls I get in the chat once in a while. That's what that means. So yeah, it was terrific when he got it. I have nothing but respect for Rory McIlroy. Okay, and it was just a great thing to see him win it. And yes, he's now one of only 6 players to get the career Grand Slam. And when you get a career Grand, and I'm pretty sure here nobody have a problem if you have a career Grand Slam in your resume. You're one of the greatest of all time. In my opinion, you get the GOAT rating. You get the GOAT rating. You're one of the greatest of all time if you have a career Grand Slam. Bottom of the fourth here, 1-0 White Sox. Greg Wheels Luzinski leads off. He is 0 for 1. Morris, he'll go ahead and pitch. Morris, 16, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Morris is dealing some balls today. That's his 7th K. Next batter is Kittles and Bits. Kittles is 0 for 1. Yes, absolutely, you belong in the Hall of Fame of golf. You have a career Grand Slam. You win the U.S. Open, the British, the PGA, and the Masters. Yes, you deserve to be put in golf's Hall of Fame. Absolutely. You're now up there with Tiger Woods. You're up there with Jack Nicklaus. You're up there with Arnold Palmer. Oh, come on, really. You're up there with the best now. Morris will pitch. Morris, 31. That's a range play, and that's going to go to right field. That's going to be a chance for Wilson. Wilson's range is a 10. He's got it, and that's going to be out number 2. Nice play by Glenn Wilson to take a hit away from Kittle. 2 down. And now here's Walker. Walker got a single his first time up. Morris will pitch. And 11, that's an out. Grounded to short. Easily played there by Trammell. And Trammell will get it. Over to first it goes. And retires the side. 1-0 after 4 here. Pitcher's duel between Jack Morris and Richard Dotson. And I'm not surprised so far. Combined whip of these two is 2.4. We go to the 5th. White Sox have a 1-0 lead. Lance Parrish leads off for the Tigers, and he's 0 for 1. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at Comiskey Park. Yes, the ALCS is Fall Classic. The NLCS is Inside Pitch. Dotson will deal. That was decided on by the guys in the poll. I did not put out that poll, and I am going what they wanted. They wanted the Dodgers-Phillies series to be Inside Pitch, and this one to be Fall Classic. That's a 54. That's a wild chart. And bases empty, wild. Strike three, a catcher range rating is G as he frames the pitch. White Sox catcher Fisk has an N rating. So a home N is going to get strike three, 1 out. And Parrish not happy with the call. And that's going to be a strikeout. That's the fourth K for Dotson. Next batter is Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. Dotson, he is a B-grade pitcher today. He had a rough outing. He lost his first game, and he gave up between 3 to 5 runs. That's how I call it. Dotson, 61 swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's strikeout number 5 for Dotson. Dotson had 137 Ks in 83. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. Dotson gets the sign from Pudge. And that's a 31. That's a range play this time to first base. And that is going to be Walker. Walker's range is a 10. And he's got it. Nice play by Walker. Dotson will come over. Walker will underhand it to him. And that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Dotson getting off to a good start. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Vance Law leads off for the White Sox. He's 0 for 1. Morris is an A-grade pitcher. He pitched a shutout against the Rangers in the wild card playoff. Morris, 15. That's going to be an out, a fly to right. And that'll be handled by Wilson. And that's out number 1. Next up is Fletcher. Fletcher got a single his first time up. Pitch from Morris. And 36, and that's going to be an out, a fly to center field. And Lemon will come in a bit. Makes the catch, 2 down. And now here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Morris sets his sight on Cruz. And that's a 62. That's going to be a cold strike 3 on Cruz. And that will retire the side. That is the 8th strikeout for Jack Morris. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, but it's 1-0 still after 5. Good game to start this ALCS off as we now go to the 6th. Dotson back on the mound, and here's Chet Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 1. Fans here at Comiskey Park cheering on their pale hose. White Sox, this is 1983. They are wearing those striped jerseys with the big word Sox across the front. Tigers wearing their gray jerseys with the black and orange Detroit in capital letters, of course, across the front of it. Dotson will pitch. Dotson, 32, and that's an out. That's going to be a pop fly ball, and getting under that, that's going to be a pop out to first base. That'll be handled by Walker, and that's out number 1. Next up is Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. Pitch from Dotson. And 44, and he walked him. Gibson draws the base on balls. He'll trot to first. First walk given up by Dotson. Gibson does get the steal sign, and he's definitely a stealing threat. The batter is Brookins. The question is, do we send Gibson? And let's see here. He's got a stolen base rating of 16, and Fisk has an average arm, so there wouldn't be anything. So the question is, do they try to steal? I think he does. So Dotson gets a pickoff chance on a 1. No, Gibson's going to try to take off. 16, a 1 to 16, he is safe. And he gets in there, and it's a possible error on Pudge. Pudge's error rating is a 1. He almost makes an error, but a great play by Cruz prevents the ball from going into the outfield. but it's a stolen base for Gibson. Gibson goes ahead and steals second base on that one. And now Brookins will bat. Brookins is 0 for 1. Gibson on at second. Dotson sets up, and he will pitch. Pitch coming. 41, that's ball 4. He walked him. So now the Tigers got something going on here. 2 walks given up by Dotson. Here comes Whitaker. Whitaker 1 for 2. 1 out, top of the 6th. 1-0 White Sox. Game 1 of this ALCS. Gibson on at second. Brookins on at first. Dotson, he'll go ahead and pitch. And 13, a walk, 1-2. That's a 10. That's going to be an out. And let's see. That's going to be a ground out to first base. First and second, fielder's choice at second base. 3-6, but a fast runner makes second base. Brookins is a fast runner. So it's going to be a 3 unassisted. So Gibson will get to third. Brookins to second. Whitaker is out, 2 away. So he does move the runners up, as Brookins does have speed. So G3 unassisted, now 2 outs. And here comes Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 2. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Dotson has not lost anything yet on his speed. Gibson at third, Brookins on at second. Dotson gets the sign from Pudge. Dotson will pitch. 45, and he's going to get out of it. That's going to be an out. It's a fly ball to left field. And Ron Kittle's going to get to it, and he makes the catch and retires aside. Nothing across except a couple of walks and a steal. And the Tigers leave a couple on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for the Pale Hose. Here's Rudy Law. He's 1 for 2 with a triple. Morris. And 15, that's an out. It's going to be a ground out to third base. And that'll be handled easily there by Brookins. And that's out number 1. Here's Pudge. Fisk is 0 for 2. Morris, he'll go ahead and deal. Morris, 43, and that's going to be a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Trammell. He throws it over, 2 away. And now Baines. Baines is 0 for 2. Morris, he gets in there and the sign and now deals. Pitch underway, 12. And that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Chet Lemon will get to it. And he's got it and retires the side. Nothing across for the White Sox. 1-0 after 6. A low-scoring pitchers duel here in Game 1 of this ALCS. We now go to the top of the 7th, rapidly moving ball game. 28 minutes into the stream, we're already at the 7th inning. Larry Herndon leads off for the Big D. He's 0 for 2. Dotson pitching a 1-hitter. Dotson sets in there. He will pitch. And 55, that's going to be a leadoff double for Larry Herndon. Hits that one into right field. And the Tigers have the tying run at second base. Only the second hit given up by Dotson. And now here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Top of the 7th, 1-0 White Sox. Game 1 of this ALCS for 1983. Herndon on at second. Dotson will deal. And 13, and that's going to be an out. And Parrish is hitting from the right side, and that's going to be a grounder to shortstop. The throw's going to go to first for out number 1. Herndon holds. So Herndon cannot move over. He grounds it to short. Throw goes to first. Herndon stays where he is. It's an out X. So now here's Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 2. Dotson. Cabell trying to get into this series. He had a .311 batting average in 1983, and Cabell right now is 2 for 20. He's batting 100. Cabell needs to wake up for the Tigers. Dotson will pitch to Cabell. And 21, and that's an out X. That's going to be another ground ball to short. Herndon will have to hold. The throw goes to first. Out number 2. And now here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Leadoff double for the Tigers, but right now, Dotson trying to get out of this jam. Thomas Bartlett joins us here at Comiskey Park. Dotson will pitch to Wilson. Fans here at Comiskey Park hoping Dotson can keep it going. Here it comes. And 65. That's a possible home run. Dotson, a B pitcher. Home run 1 to 8. That's a 12. It's not going to be a home run. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Rudy Long going back for it at the track near the wall, but he will make the catch. And the side is retired. No runs and a hit for the Tigers as they strand the tying run at second base. 30 minutes into the stream, we're already at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, we go back to Veterans Stadium for Game 2 of the National League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers lead that series 1-0. We got a heck of a pitching matchup tomorrow night. Pitching for the Dodgers, Fernando Mania himself, Fernando Valenzuela. Pitching for the Phillies, you guessed it, it's got to be lefty. Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton will be pitching for the Phillies. I don't know about you, but I think that's a heck of a pitching matchup. Fernando Valenzuela versus Steve Carlton. Tomorrow night, Game 2 of the NLCS. The Dodgers lead that series 1-0. You kind of think that will be inside pitch. You kind of think the Phillies really need to win that game tomorrow night. You don't see the dice being misread here like you did on the other channel last night. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 1-0 White Sox. Jack Morris back on the mound. Wheels Luzinski leads off. He's 0 for 2. Morris will pitch. And that's a 14. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a grounder. And it's going to be a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Trammell. He throws to first for out number 1. Here's Kittle. Kittle is 0 for 2. Morris. A 65. That's off the ballpark. At 65, possible home run. Morris, a 1-9. That's a 2. And that is gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Ron Kittle, his 3rd of the postseason. Stadium cheers. Yay! $65, a home run off of Ron Kittle. Morris, an A pitcher, 1-9's a home run. That's a 2. And Kittle sends that one out of here. That's his 3rd home run of the playoffs. 2-0 White Sox. And now here's Walker. Walker is 1 for 2. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Now a 2-0 lead. Morris will pitch to Walker. And 64, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Morris is going to get his 9th strikeout, 2 away. Here's Law. Law is 0 for 2. Morris will settle in. Now a 2-0 White Sox lead. Morris will deal. And 53, possible strikeout. The 2 got him. Cold strike 3 on Law, and the inning is over. That's the 10th strikeout from Morris. But damage is done. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by Ron Kittle. His 3rd home run of the playoffs. Now 2-0 White Sox. As we now go to the 8th. Dotson. Still got plenty left in the tank. Leading off for the Tigers will be Chet Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 2. Dotson sets in, and he'll deal. Dotson, 41, that's ball 4. He walked him. So Dotson gives up a leadoff walk. 3rd walk he's given up this game. And now Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1 with a walk. Lemon will stay at first. Top of the 8th. Dotson gets the sign from Pudge. Dotson will pitch. And 32, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a pop out to the catcher. That's out number 1. Refer to white die, which I do. It's going to be a pop fly ball to the catcher. Pudge is going to go into foul territory. But he's going to get it, and that's the first out. Here comes Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 1. Lemon on it first. Dotson deals. And 61, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Dotson gets another big K. That's his 6th. 2 down. And now Whitaker. Whitaker is 1 for 3. Lemon on it first. Dotson looking in on Whitaker. White Sox bullpen getting ready to go if necessary. 2 men down. Top of the 8th. Dotson will pitch. And 63. And that's going to be an out. And it will be a hard line drive right to first base. It's gloved by Walker. And the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And right now, this Tiger team dumbfounded by Richard Dotson. Jack Morris will stay on the mound. He has plenty of gas left in his tank. He can actually go through the lineup 4 times. The days of pitching of old, when a pitcher could go through a lineup 3 or 4 times with no problem, and you didn't have to worry about pitch count. Here's Scott Fletcher. He'll lead off for the White Sox. He's 1 for 2. Morris, Baseball with the Demos, joins us here at Comiskey Park. Please check out his amazing channel. He is doing great things with season ticket baseball. And, of course, his Cincinnati Reds replay for History Maker. And, of course, his 1987 replay, Stratomatic. American League, that is. Morris will pitch. Morris, 45. That's an out. It's going to be a fly to left field. Taken care of easily by Herndon. 1 down. It'll bring up Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2. Morris, he will go ahead and pitch. Morris, 23, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 11th strikeout for Jack Morris. 2 down. Yes, you're right there, probably Davo 9. They both would be tired on inside pitch. Here's Law. Law is 1 for 3 with a triple. Morris will settle in with Law. Fans here at Comiskey Park would still like to see some insurance. A 2-0 lead is not insurmountable. Morris will pitch. 24. Hit by pitch 1-3. Nope, that's a 7. It's going to be a fly out to left. And it'll be handled easily by Herndon. And the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. Go the White Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 in favor of the Pale Hose. But will we see some 9th inning magic? What projects am I expecting for the offseason? I don't know yet, but I do have some hockey I'd like to do and some other stuff. And yes, happy birthday, of course, to Baseball with the Demos. I completely forgot, but I did mention it on your Facebook group there. But yes, happy birthday to Baseball with the Demos. Top of the ninth, Richard Dotson may be trying to go for the complete game. He had 8 of them. Alan Trammell leads off the Tigers. White Sox checking the bullpen to see if they want him to do just that. Or do you bring in Salome Barojas now? Who is the better pitcher here? I think you would probably bring in Barojas here. I think you'd probably give a shot to Barojas. Who is the better pitcher? I'm going to say Barojas. That's going to be it for Richard Dotson. He did his job. He's going to be an A pitcher his next time out. The White Sox are going to bring out the closer, Salome Barojas. Barojas has been made a couple of appearances. He has 1 save and 1 hold. So Dotson leaves with a W, and he'll be an A pitcher next time. Morris can also be an A pitcher, only gave up 2 runs. But Alan Trammell will lead off for the Tigers. So here comes Barojas, and he is going to be a pitcher. So Salome Barojas will be an A-grade pitcher for this outing. So here comes Alan Trammell, top of the ninth. 2-0 White Sox. First game of this ALCS. Barojas will pitch to Trammell. And 44, it's a base hit. Trammell will hit a single right up the middle, and the Tigers get the first man on. Trammell does get the steal sign. I don't know if I'd send him here. Here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 3. Herndon, a good hitter. I don't know if I'd send Trammell. His run really doesn't mean anything. I don't think I'd send him. He has a 15 steal, and Barojas has a strong arm, and Fisk has an average arm. I would not try to steal here. I think I let Herndon. I agree with Rawlings. Don't send him. Barojas will pitch to Herndon. Here it comes. And 64, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to left field. For a super fast runner advances, fast runner 2 unless strong arm. Left fielder for the Tigers is Kittle. He has an average arm. And Trammell will advance to second. It was deep enough. So Trammell moves to second base. That's a fly out to left. So 1 down. And now here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 3. Salome Barojas trying to close the deal here and give the White Sox a game 1 win. White Sox lead 2-0. Trammell on at second. Barojas, as I said, he's an A grade. Here comes the pitch. And 21, swing and a miss, struck him out. He got Parrish. Barojas had 38 Ks in 83. 2 outs. And now the last chance for the Tigers is Enos Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 3. Trammell on at second. Barojas gets ready to deal with Cabell. Fans here at Comiskey Park are on their feet, hoping for a big-time win. Barojas gets the call from Pudge. Fans on their feet. Barojas, he will pitch. 44, it's a base hit for Cabell. It keeps it going. That's going to be a single. Will it score Trammell? Base hit to center field. Second to home, assist. That means there's going to be a play. Trammell coming around third. There's going to be a play at the plate. Cabell going for second. Trammell coming home. That's center fielder. Center fielder is Rudy Law. It's a play at the plate. He has an assist rating of 2. A 1-2. Trammell is out. That's your game. Side retired. The White Sox win this game 2-0. Alan Trammell thrown out at the plate by Rudy Law. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs, 2 hits for the Tigers. Alan Trammell, that's an automatic assist. And the assist rating for Law is a 2. And a runner or 2. Trammell is out at the plate. And the White Sox, they will take a 1-0 series lead. Final line score coming up. What a way to end the game. For the White Sox, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. For the Tigers, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Richard Dotson. He'll go from a B to an A pitcher, and he's 1-1 on the postseason. Jack Morris takes a tough loss. He drops to 1-1, but he will also stay an A pitcher. He only gave up 2 runs. So he will be an A pitcher his next time out as well. But what a heck of a game here for the White Sox. They take a 2-0 win and take the ALCS game 1 here, 1 game to none. Game number 2 of the National League Championship Series is tomorrow night between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers lead that series 1 game to none. We got a heck of a pitching matchup tomorrow night. Fernando Valenzuela will be going for the Dodgers. Steve Carlton will be going for the Phillies. Fernando Mania versus lefty. I don't think anybody will have a problem with that pitching matchup. That'll be tomorrow night, game 2 of the NLCS. Dodgers and Phillies. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Chicago White Sox hold on to win this game 2-0. They lead this American League Championship Series 1 game to none. See you tomorrow night.